who is like the craziest competitor that you've ever been around? Eagles
Ooh,
to Saints to Bills to
Brees,
wherever,
Brees,
really.
Drew Brees was probably up there. I saw Drew Brees he was just walking out to practice one time, it's training camp, and it was like he just threw a little warm up, just their warm up. It wasn't even a practice period. He threw a warm up pass. I don't remember the receiver, but Darren Sharper, was just messing around, came over and picked it off. And it pissed Brees off to the point where he was pissed. The rest of the practice, he lit up that defense. Like it was like he was so dialed in after that. We were all, we're at training camp, so college scouts, we're not always around. We're like, how did that it lit a fire in him that we didn't see coming? And Brees had this fire. I hadn't been around anybody like that. That every single day he had the fire to carry the organization. I mean, it was that he accepted that role. People don't realize the pressure. Everybody talks about the money the quarterback, the franchise guy makes. It's for a reason. You're the face of the franchise. The city's relying on you. Look at Buffalo right now. We're walking around here in Buffalo. I say we because we all live here in Buffalo. We're acting like the Bills and Josh Allen's not the problem in Buffalo. Like they have the right quarterback. Like so, Philly. Like my point is, these guys, Josh Allen's hurting right now. The pressure's on him to carry this city. He knows how much this city wants to win the Super Bowl. So I guess what I'm saying is Brees accepted it, lived it every day. I always say we left 2 or 3 Super Bowls out there in New Orleans. I think we would all agree.
Yeah.
Two, I think in my head that for sure. But that's why that's sustained success. When you have that quarterback he probably had that Michael Jordan. When you hear people talk about Jordan, Isaiah Thomas, that competitive, like that's what put those guys over the top. That's what put Drew Brees over the top.
I think Saquon's got it in him, and I think that the Eagles just have to stick to who they are. I mean, you're not going to wave a magic wand and turn Jalen Hurts into a totally different quarterback. Like I get the lament from whoever that would have been internally for the Eagles that you've got a different kind of quarterback who is tapping the brakes. I mean, really in Buffalo, Tyrod was like that. Tyrod, I mean, he's not Jalen Hurts. I'm not saying he is, but the receiver kind of had to be open for him to then pull the trigger. More apt for the check down, more apt to use his legs, and Hurts does that as well as anybody. I mean, if it's at the 1 yard line, he's going to get the first down. He's going to get the touchdown. Quarterback draws. He's the best in the business. He can throw it deep, and maybe they should pull that trigger a little bit more. But it is, I think, where it's a little disheartening, just all the gloom and doom around the defending champs. Isn't it crazy? They won their Super Bowl last year. I think if the Bills won the Super Bowl, the locals would be okay with like 0-16 a couple years in a row. Maybe not 5-10, but they would be okay losing for a while with one Super Bowl. And the Eagles have won 2. But yeah, this reminded me of a conversation with Reed Blankenship last year ahead of the Super Bowl down there in New Orleans. Sat down with Reed,